Two, one, boom, we're live. Hey everybody, Stuart Macadam here. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at some of the Facebook ads questions which people have been asking recently on the different channels and different platforms. And I'm going to give my honest feedback and honest answers about all the questions that people are putting forward. And these are questions which may be addressed in sort of larger, long-scale, long-form videos, and some which I don't think are answered and addressed honestly and openly. So let's get straight into it and see how many questions we can get through. First question is, do Facebook ads work? And the answer to that is most of the time they don't, unfortunately, because they're set up wrong, they're structured incorrectly, the language isn't right, the creatives are lame, the offer isn't enticing enough, and people aren't interested in your product or service, and you're targeting too broadly. So no, most of the time, unfortunately, they don't work. And even for people that are targeting towards people that have a specific target interest, there may not be enough of a market or enough of an enticed marketplace to be captivated by what you have to offer. So how do you make the Facebook ads work? Well, my first recommendation would be start with a small awareness campaign. Look at building up an audience and an engaged audience that is genuinely interested in your product. Some of the best ways that you can do that are by using video, having video ads running on a very small and limited budget, and target the countries and regions and areas and people who are going to have some sort of interest in your product. Next question that is coming up is there a way to get a Facebook ad coupon for free? Yes, there is. I'll leave that up to you to go and figure out how to do that. There's plenty of answers everywhere from people who are, a little more skilled than I am, a little more shrewd at finding those answers. So yes, there is, but you have to go and find that yourself. Next question is, what is a good click-through rate for a Facebook ad? Well, let me give you a couple of examples for that at the moment. If you have a look at right now across the different industries, there is a variation in the click-through rate. So if you go to, say, apparel, you might be on a winning wicket if you can get a 2.5% click-through rate. If you are going for employment and job training, you'd be on a really good wicket if you were hitting a click-through rate of 1.5% or above. If you were going for something where there is a little bit more interest, which may be retail or fashion, you generally want to be aiming for above 5%. But my general advice is that anything which is industry average and is touted out as average, double it and add 10% to it, and that should be the click-through rate you should be going for at a bare minimum. The biggest click-through rate you should go for is, sort of above that 8 to 10% mark, because if you can hit that, then you're definitely reaching your target audience. So that's a very good question. If you want to have a look at a good chart or a good sort of benchmarks one, there is a general chart which says Facebook advertising benchmarks average click-through rate, and it's sort of like this bar chart of what each of the industry averages have by different industries. So have a look at that. Keep an eye out on those averages. They will change over time, but your goal should always be to double that and then add 10% and have that as your bare minimum benchmark. And you can always look at improving that through different platforms and methods. But the most important thing ultimately is that you get this click-through rate at a level where people are able to engage and become a lead or become a customer, because ultimately that's what any good business is all about. If you're not for profit and the goal is engagement, by all means look at getting that click-through rate up to get more people through with website traffic. So next question is there a tool for spying on the Facebook ads of competitors for purposes of discerning what competitor ads are successful? Yes, there certainly is. That's a very good question. And I have actually done a video on that one, which I will go and dig up right now as I speak. But basically, there's a platform called the Facebook Ads Library. And Facebook Ads Library allows you to go and have a look at the different ads which your competitors are running. Now, because Facebook is an open platform and it is free, they're going to have certain tools and measurement metrics and stuff and ads in the library that people can openly see. So you want to make sure that you've got your sort of ducks in a row, and that you're setting something that is consistently good, and you're having a backup plan at a level where you can grow and scale that. Because whilst they may be able to see your ad copy and creatives, they're not going to be able to see all those behind the scenes metrics. So I'm just going to share in the comment section right there this ad, Facebook ads library video, just right there. So you can actually see for yourself how it all works and what the sort of general framework is to it. So that'll surely help you if you're looking to get some help with that. Next question is, what are the competitor research tools for Facebook ads? Well, Facebook ads library. There's a website called Powder Ad Spy, which is pretty good with providing just database for people to look from. There's Ad Espresso. There's Swipe.co. There's a whole range of tools available. If you do a quick Google search, you should be able to find quite a few really easily. And never discount the power of the Google Keyword Planner, because if you have that at your disposal and you're able to use that to start reaching people based on what they're searching for, and you can incorporate that into your ad copy, then you'll generally find it'll resonate with a lot of people who are in your target market over on Facebook. Next question is, are Facebook ads cheaper than Google ads? Yes, they are normally cheaper, but that's not a guarantee that they work as effectively. When people put in a Google search, for example, plumbers near me, they're far likely to find exactly what they're looking for than if they're just scrolling through their newsfeed on Facebook and all of a sudden a plumber ad comes up. So you've got to be more conscious of Facebook. It tends to be a wider based one and is very effective for retargeting people, but maybe not as effective at cold outreach in a way that Google is. So remember to always keep that in mind. Google is very effective for search-based cold traffic. Facebook's very effective for consideration decision stage marketing. Next question is, what are the best Facebook ads training programs? Good question. There is a guy called Depeche. I'll have a look at his full name now. He is really good. So Depeche Mandalia, his website, he has a link to his website right here. Just going to pop that into the chat section right here. And the thing that's really great about Depeche Mandalia is that he has got a very, very long proven track record of performance there. So he's definitely someone to check out. I would say Alex Becker of Hyros, pop his name in there as well. I think this is his new channel name. Becker of Hyros, check out his YouTube channel right there. Another one is Sam Ovens. He's another great one. So keep an eye out for all those people there. Definitely worth checking them out. I would say they'd be the top three quite comfortably. If you're looking for someone that is a little bit more broad-based, who's also quite effective, name's Jenna Kuchar. And I've actually recently just purchased an ad course today from a company called Learn Ads. So go and have a look at their course. They've got their course was, I think, $19 US, so not very expensive at all. About a week of flat whites if you're living here in New Zealand like I am. But if you're living overseas, it's even less. Just 4 Starbucks that you have to give up in the week, and you can have access to the course. So definitely have a check that out. I'll be doing a review of that later on. Very cost effective. Seems like they go over a lot of the modules that need to be covered with Facebook ads and scaling ads. So one to have a look at. So now we're going to come to some of the questions that, really, I guess, are important to think about. And I'm going to just write this down on a piece of paper as well, because I think this is very important. So this is the question that we've got. I'll just finish off my coffee and answer the question. So the question is, how many people actually click Facebook ads? And there's a very important thing that's worth considering here, because some people are setting their page up for link clicks, which is any type of click, whether it's to the website, landing page, to the Facebook page, watching the video, whatever it is. And you want to be very careful when you're putting in your measurement performance, because Facebook will optimize it based on what it thinks is best for you here. So I'm going to show you an example right here. And as you can see here, at the top, you've got the first one here, which is clicks. And then the second one is landing page views. Now, if you're running a business, you want to make sure that your business is optimized for landing page views if you're wanting people to go and visit a particular page. You don't just want to be optimized for clicks, because if someone engages with your ad and just clicks over to your business page and doesn't take any further action, it's not the most engaged customer. Whereas if you serve them with an ad and they then click and visit the landing page, you'll find that that person is far more likely to be engaged and interested in your product. So make sure that you always set it up and it's optimized for landing page views if you're wanting them to go to a particular page on your website. Even if it's the home page, make sure it's set up that way. And that brings up the next question, which is how do I increase sales using Facebook ads? Okay, that's a question that is not really too relevant. It's more about how do you develop a more high-performing business using Facebook ads, because sales is only one part of the sort of structure and funnel. And unless you are actually setting up conversion ads straight away, you probably aren't going to catch people the first time that you advertise to them on the Facebook platform. The best thing that you can do is look to build engagement with your brand and use it as a complementary effort, because the way that you increase sales is you have a wonderful website, a beautiful looking website, you have great Facebook ads, you have great Google ads or other search-based ads which people can look for, and you have a very easy checkout process and conversion process, because nothing's going to lose you more customers than getting people all the way to the checkout stage, and the process of converting them is way too complicated. So make sure you've got that balance, you've got everything set up, structured, and accordingly. And if you want me to if you've need help with that, or you need any recommendations, I'm just going to give you some examples, just depending on where you are. Ambitious Digital Wellington, another great company is Flow Marketing. If you're overseas, who is go-to person for that? I would say if you want you're looking at any help there, go to Ambitious Digital or Flow Marketing, speak to them. I've done work with both of them. Fantastic companies, fantastic people as well, very onto it. And SJ Hardy, if you are looking to build a website and your budget isn't the biggest, she is fantastic. She's helped me out on many projects now, and I couldn't recommend her enough. So, but make sure that you've got all of those things incorporated together, because that's going to be very important. Next question is, my Facebook cost per click in my home country is a lot more expensive than it is in third world countries. I find that when I work with agencies, that the cost per click is lower than I've ever managed to achieve with my own ads. How do I make sure that they're not targeting people beyond, they're targeting people they are not targeting people beyond the country, my target country, so I can make sure that there's accountability. Okay, the best way that you can do that is if you go into your ads manager, you'll see a tab at the second from the right underneath ad sets and ads called breakdown. And if you just go by delivery and then you go by country, you'll be able to see a breakdown of the countries which come up there, and you'll be able to see the people that have engaged with your ad and looked with your ad and where exactly they're from. And if you're wanting to go even more specific than that, you can even go by region as well. That's a very important part of the process, because people are always going to, of course, come from different areas. And if you're just like a dentist, or you're a bakery, or a local business, then obviously you're just going to want to target the people within your region. And if you're sort of like on an international level, then yes, you can filter it out by country, and you can see what places they're targeting. So if you're finding that the cost per click is low and it's within your country, then generally what it means is that they've come across a good message and good branding and good creatives that really resonate with people in your target country in a way that may have been more effective than what you've managed to achieve. And if they've gone for overseas targeting to just get cheap clicks and stuff, well, that's something you got to catch them out on. But if they are targeting just within your local area, look, you're just going to have to accept that the agencies that do this kind of work, that have been going for a while, have an idea and they know what they're doing. So you've got to have to accept at some point, if it is just within your target area and it's a lower cost per click, lower cost per engagement and sale, that they just know what they're doing a lot better than you. And that's why you hired them. You hired them to do great work for you. And if they're doing that, then it's something to be appreciative of and thankful for, because it means you're getting more business through the door. Next question is, what is a good conversion rate for Facebook ads? More than 1.5 return on ad spend. So if you go again to the Facebook business manager, you go for columns, you select customize columns, and you go into your business manager analytics and you type in on the search button ROAS, you'll get the return on ad spend. You just select the apply button down the bottom of the page, then you scroll across until you find that column there, and it will come up with a number, and that number could be anything from 0 all the way up to who knows what, but that'll give you an idea of what your general return on ad spend is, where people are buying from, why they're buying it, and so on. So make sure you just keep an eye out on that. And if it's below 1.5, get to work on it, or chase up the agency or whoever you've hired to do some work and give them a good rev up, because if they're under 1.5, then something's clearly not working. If it's over 1.5, then look at ways in which it can be scaled upwards. Next question is, why are my Facebook ads not getting any reach? There's a couple of reasons for that. The biggest thing is you're not resonating with your target audience enough. It may be due to the message that you have. It may be due to the creatives. It might be due to the fact that the industry that you're operating in is more expensive, and you're going to have to be prepared to invest a little bit more. And if you're not prepared to invest that money, over a period of time, then you should probably not be advertising on Facebook at all. You should go and look at another channel altogether. I'm just being 100% honest with you here, everyone. I'm not sugarcoating anything here. I'm just sort of telling the straight and honest truth. You need to be very intentional about how much you're investing into this, into Facebook ads. If you're not investing, an ongoing budget to get a targeted and engaged audience at a consideration stage or awareness stage, should I say, you're going to have something very exceptional at the consideration stage. So anyone that has seen your ads and has shown some interest, you're going to have a very good offer available to them that they can tangibly see. Because if you don't have that, you're not going to reach people to begin with. Your ad's going to be flagged for low quality. it's not going to produce enough learnings, and your ads are just going to struggle. So make sure you have a budget at a level where if you went 1 week, for example, without making anything, at the very least, make sure that you can reach those people. And another little secret as well, just set your ads to be targeting people for reach rather than for clicks or anything else. And you can thank me later for that. You're welcome. How can one improve a click-through rate for a Facebook ad? Try a different creative. Try a video. Try a different thumbnail. Easy. How do you manage Facebook ad decay? Over the period of 2 months, see how long it is for your ads to initially start performing well before they begin to drop off. And try and identify as quickly as possible why they're dropping off, whether it's due to people seeing the same ad over and over again, whether it's due to a message that's not resonating with people, or if it's for another reason altogether. And that brings up the next question as well, which is, how can I learn more about Facebook ads? Well, you can come and watch my channel. I talk about Facebook ads all the time. It's something that I'm really passionate about. I've done a lot of courses, done a lot of training. I'm regularly upskilling, trying to learn as much as possible about the platform. There's still a lot I don't know, and I'll let you in on a little secret. I worked at a social media marketing agency almost 2 years ago now, and I thought I knew a lot about Facebook ads, and I arrived there and there were so many things that I didn't know, and I kind of got a crash course on all the gaps in my knowledge, and it really provided a really good wake-up call that I could never take anything for granted again with Facebook ads. So ever since then, I've always been trying to upskill and learn more about it. But if you're wanting to know more about it as well, do a quick Facebook search. And, look, just type in Facebook ads training in the search bar, type it in on Google, type it in anywhere, visit people's pages, look at Russell Brunson, look at Dan Henry, have a look at all these pages. And I can guarantee you within the space of, anywhere from 6 hours to 10 days later, you'll be bombarded with Facebook ads, training ads from people that you've never even heard about. And that'll be with guides, ebooks, training, value videos, webinars, strategy sessions, and so on. So there's never going to be a shortage of people that know quite a lot. And I would also say as well, go and have a look at the top copywriters in this world, because they will be able to give you knowledge and information you can then use to apply to Facebook ads. And there's 2 channels that I highly recommend. They're both friends of mine. The first one is Corey Hine from Good Oil Marketing. And then the second one is Stuart Gould. So Corey's a pretty broad-based marketer. So is Stuart, multi-skilled. Both of their channels are fantastic. Go and have a look at them and see some of the videos there. And you can take some of their learnings across. Both of them have talked about Facebook ads a little bit, although Corey mostly focuses on Google My Business and Stuart's more focused on product-based tutorials. But regardless, highly recommend them both. And that comes up to the next question. Why is my Facebook ads price is increasing? Well, there's a couple of reasons again. Probably the biggest one is your ad might have just been flagged as a low quality ad. And ads that are flagged as low quality are generally more expensive. And the reason why a lot of people make the mistake of getting their ads flagged for low quality is they ask people to do things which they probably shouldn't. Just like our page, just tag a friend that needs to see this, just do this, just do that, over and over again, more than once in the ad, getting people to go off the page and then on the page. It's just not going to provide a very good user experience. The best thing you can do is just say, to enter the competition, just say hello in the comment. Just say hello, and you'll be in the draw. That way you're leaving out in the comments, and then your chances of getting flagged are a lot lower. If you're looking at a sales-based one, your ads just might be lackluster and mediocre, and you've got to find a way to fix them. Talk to your target market. Talk to people that will be interested in your product. Ask them what the problems are, and then write ad copy around that. And fix your thumbnails, because a lot of thumbnails are pretty lame. So I'm going to leave that there today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this. Looking to do videos like this frequently. Every Monday, just catch up on the questions that may have been asked in the last week and being a lot more direct and honest about a lot of the problems which people who are doing Facebook ads are facing. So if you found this video helpful, just leave a comment below and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Thank you.